Good morning, everybody at home. It's Tuesday, March 18th. This is an NBC 10 coffee break. We want to get you caught up with everything that has happened so far today and earlier this week as well. So our top story this morning, Homeland Security says a deported Brown University professor attended the funeral of a Hezbollah leader, and she admitted to it. Now we're hearing from those for and against her deportation, including one of her coworkers. Take a listen.
Rasha is the sweetest person. We have never had an issue with her in any way.
Against these attacks by the
Hundreds of protesters tonight gathering here by the steps of the State House.
I'm glad to see people here, and I think that more of us should be speaking out. We've got to save democracy.
Many in support of Dr. Rasha Alawi, but not all.
In this day and age, she shouldn't be allowed back here.
Dr. Alawi is a kidney doctor at Brown Health and assistant professor at Brown University. She was returning to Providence from Lebanon on a valid visa when she was deported over the weekend. The Department of Homeland Security says she told agents she attended the funeral of Hassan Nasrallah, the terrorist leader of Hezbollah, and admitted to supporting him. You hear that Homeland Security says this doctor attended the funeral of a top terrorist. What do you make of that?
I make of it that Homeland Security and really the entire government will do anything to make sure that they can cover up the fact that they deported one of the most valuable doctors in Rhode Island.
Did she mention at all that she was going to this funeral?
She did not. We knew that she was going home to visit her parents and relatives in Lebanon.
Dr. Paul Morrissey worked with Dr. Alawi for the past year. He's the director of organ transplantation at Brown Health.
She's an outstanding physician, outstanding person. She's a pleasure to work with, and we were horrified by this entire event.
All right, well, we want to bring in Storm Team 10 meteorologist AJ Mastrangelo now for a look at your forecast. AJ, obviously the rain is gone away now, so that's some good news. What are we expecting for the day?
Yeah, Tammy, not a bad looking day. A lot better than we had yesterday, of course. The deluge, the rain showers lasting much of the day, especially eastern areas. We still did see a couple of rain showers even through the overnight. But we're looking at our visible satellite right here, and you can see further east you are, the longer those clouds are lingering, the further west you are, the more sunshine you got. This is a live look up in Greenville right now, the village at Waterman Lake. And you can see they're breaking into some gorgeous blue sky. More of that up towards Massachusetts. Will be kind of a gradual progression here in terms of our conditions today. But high temperatures still a bit above average. We're talking low mid 50s for the afternoon. Partly cloudy, mostly cloudy skies. The further east you are, once again, the more clouds. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer, close to around 60 degrees with a decent amount of sunshine. We have more clouds continuing into Thursday, and actually for Thursday, likely seeing some fog developing through our early morning hours, and could be actually limiting visibility. A bit of some patchy drizzle will be possible as well. That does burn off a little bit for Thursday afternoon, and then once you get through that, that's when we're tracking our next chance of rain. And you can see that's primarily Thursday night into our Friday. Could see some showers linger even for the early part of the weekend. Now, not quite as much rain as the last go around, but the model is really not coming together too well just quite yet. Likely around half an inch, maybe a little bit more in terms of the rainfall. And of course, we'll keep eyes on that. So we're dry, Tammy, here over these next couple of days. A little bit some fog starting off for Thursday morning. And then our next weather maker, that's Thursday night into Friday.
All right, AJ, well, enjoy the dry weather while it lasts. Thank you very much. We want to get back to the news now. Here's another story that we're following today. The family of the missing U.S. college student in the Dominican Republic is asking for police to declare her dead. Police in the Dominican Republic are now talking to a person of interest in her disappearance. 22-year-old Joshua Reeby of Iowa, along with investigators, went to the beach where he was last seen with Sadiqa Konaki nearly 2 weeks ago. He claims that a wave swept them out to sea. Reeby's attorneys claim his passport was confiscated. Dominican police, though, have not confirmed that at this point. Also, Karen Reed is back in court. Her case is back in court today. You can watch it streaming live on our YouTube page if you're interested. It's also on Facebook, on our website, but you can get it on YouTube at any time. The Bristol County woman is accused of backing into her police officer boyfriend and then leaving him to die. Both sides have been filing dozens of motions to decide who can testify and what evidence can be presented to a jury. Keep in mind, this is her second trial. Yesterday, the Commonwealth was asked the court for a buffer zone in an order prohibiting signs or clothing in favor of either party or law enforcement during this retrial. Well, right now in Providence, teams and fans are starting to arrive for the NCAA tournament games being played at the AMP. So lots of excitement in Providence for this. Tomorrow, the public can attend team open practices all day at the AMP for free. No cost for you if you want to do that. Also in Providence, Governor Dan McKee is speaking at a ribbon cutting ceremony for Track 15 Food Hall, which is opening today. It'll house 7 local restaurateurs. Some of those places include Dune Brothers, Rhode Island, They're There, Mother Pizzeria, and Tolia. It's a lot of good restaurants to take advantage of there when it opens today. Now, today marks 35 years since the largest art heist in the world happened in Boston. 2 men disguised as police officers stole 13 pieces of art from the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Decades later, we still have no idea who pulled off the theft or what happened to the art, but that artwork was worth roughly $500 million. Another story we're following right now, the Massachusetts native that's been stuck at the International Space Station for 9 months will likely be back on Earth tonight, finally. The Starliner crew left the ISS early this morning. A crew of 4 astronauts arrived Sunday to relieve Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore. Here's the latest timeline for bringing them home now. As you know, this has changed multiple times. So around 1 a.m, Williams and Wilmore undocked from the space station. They're expected to splash down just before 6 p.m. Where they land will really depend on the weather, so we'll have to keep monitoring that. Williams, who was originally from Needham, Massachusetts, says she's excited to get back to her family. As you can imagine, this was a much longer trip than they had anticipated, so they are very much missing their families right now. All right, well, that does it for us. Thanks for joining us for a coffee break. News and weather updates are always available on our website. That's turnto10.com. Again, the Karen Reed trial is also streaming on our YouTube page if you'd like to tune into that today. And of course, we'll be back with all of your news and weather at 12 this afternoon on NBC 10. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.